So as you know, we're doing a router table here. This is in our miter saw station. This is continuance. So this here is what we're going to need to cut out. Now, how do you do that? Well, I'm going to show you. What I use is the actual jig to cut it out. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and set it up for this. You can do it by pencil mark like this, or you actually use this unit, put it in there, get everything lined out within reason. So there's our square. And now you can actually set it in where you need it and get it clamped down. Once you get it clamped down, you're going to need, because of the radius of the outsides, you're going to need one of these. Now this is a 35 millimeter. It's really close, but you need a Forstner bit about an inch, inch and a quarter. Now, if you don't have a square cutting jig, such as this one, I do have a video on how I made this. It'll be up here in the description for sure. But that way you can make yourself one. It's real easy and you can use it for all kinds of projects. Now, as you can see, I've already drilled out the radius holes. Now you need to check yours, your template, your plate that you're going to make it for, that the radius is exactly what you're needing for your actual plate. Let's keep going. Now, the reason I did this, I'm not cutting it with this in here, is I wanted to make this because I got a couple more that I got to do. So I made a template out of it. You know, like I showed, drilling the holes. You can actually build this in a number of different ways. You can drill the holes and put it on your table saw and run the blade up to it, that kind of thing. You can route it out, but you get it and you move that. Then you start working this in. Now you don't want it extremely tight because you need to still pull this thing in and out. But yeah, you just kind of take it like that. See where it's kind of munching on it. Sand it in just to give it a nice, gives a nice smoothness right here for your pattern bit. So, you know, doing this, just kind of working it in little by little. Now this takes a little more time to do, but it's well worth it if you have a template now forever. It works great. So I'm going to get this bit and I'm going to do a little more massaging. Do not throw this away. It's out of the center. What you want to do is cut it down and you place this in the center and you put a little double-sided stick tape, and then you can place this like this, get it lined up. And what that's going to do is it's going to help you with the routering. So now your router has a lot more surface it's sitting on. Oh, and just make sure you take off any edges and stuff on that center section so it doesn't bump and ride. Okay, now that we got this kind of where we want it, and we're going to run a test cut just to make sure. Okay, what I like to do, we'll set that right there as we know it fits. Then we can take, we're going to go ahead and put blue tape down where this is going to sit, and we can actually put another one across the top like so. See where that fits, and then another one right there. All right, everything's looking good. And now we got that. So let's go ahead and take this. It's a two-sided tape. You don't need a lot with this carpet tape. So we're going to go ahead and put down to right there. Now I'm only going to do it with the small pieces here. Like so. Going to get that out of the way. And a small piece here. Now this is just so we can do it on the blue tape. You can actually put this tape right on your actual work surface, the cut surface, but I like it so it will come off easier without pulling up anything. So let's go ahead and peel the backs off. There's 1, 2. We'll carefully put this down on here, press it down. As you can see, it doesn't move anywhere. That's a good thing. Okay, next, what we want to do now that we got tape and the carpet tape on there, it's going to give it that little bit. So what we do is we're going to zero this out. So you loosen that up, take it down to the bottom. Okay, so that's there. Now that's at 0. That means it's going to only go to this. Next, we'll go ahead and take this. Let's get a good surface here that we can kind of play off of. And remember to remove your block so you're that way. Okay. So now you have everything all set up. So we're going to set it in here. And let's get our block. Like so. That way this can ride on top of this. Now, since that is waste right there, you can take a screw and go right to the top of it. Let's go ahead and put a couple screws in. So as you can see, it did really good. I use this, because I want this much taken out, and we'll cut. So we're going to go and pull these out. Like so. All right, let's get this center cut out, and we'll go from there. Now, if you have a chisel, screwdriver, or something like that to get this up, you're just kind of sticking it in there and prying it up. See? So it didn't do anything to the surface at all. And it held it there real nice. That's why I say build and make you a template. Even if you do just the one, it's worth it. For one, it's kind of fun to do. For two, it takes a little time, but it's still worth it. Now you have this because most of the plates are going to be about this size. So, all right, so as you can see, did a nice job. Let me get this finished up. We'll see how we did. Now I know I can clean this up, but this is just for real quick for doing this. So let's see. It's going to fit down in. Doesn't hit anything. So as you can see, you gotta make an adjustment here and one here for these to sit in. So I'll mark it out and I'll just kind of do a real quick little cut there. So this will fit down inside. But I just wanted to make sure everything else was. This might even be a spot here to watch out for. Okay, let me go ahead and mark that. We'll see what we can do. Let me give you a quick rundown of what I'm doing here to cut this in here. I did a test cut, as you saw. Now I got this set up, it's all tied down. Now to gauge this, the depth is, I'm gonna go off this, plus I use 3 pieces of blue tape. So that's gonna give it a little bit more depth. When I go like this, like that, to set the depth, is I'm gonna cut through and it's gonna go down the thickness of this plus 3 tapes. 3 tapes, 3 thickness of 3 tapes, and that should set this plate down just below the surface, because then I could adjust it up and down from there. So let's give this a shot. I'll clean it up and go around again, and it should be good to go. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna follow along with that. All right. There we go. And we'll probably have to clean it up a little bit, but all set screws go all the way around. So you're going to be able to get it nice and even. Okay, next, the corners. What you do is grab a nice bit that you can make sure it's centered up, and then give it a whack to mark where you're going to put your knurls. Then you're going to go ahead and drill and put these in. That way, the hold downs have something to screw into that's metal. That's going to go in like that. Yeah, that's a problem with the MDF is it pushes it out. So you just got to clean up the outside. And we'll get the other ones. Okay, now we got all the studs in so we can just screw directly into them. I can get into it. There we go. Now, some people put metal across the bottom for these to sit on. You know, so you have to adjust it a little bit without it. But so I would say if you want to do that, make sure you adjust for that. But I don't think you need it. I mean, if you have MDF, yeah, maybe down the road. You know, you can put some inserts in there or something like that. But other than that, this is what we're looking at. I'm just going to take these down where I still have a little play. And then I'll adjust the screws so it brings it up just a hair above this. But that'll bring it up from there. Works nice. Very smooth action. Easy to change your bits. Go ahead and take this back down. So below the table. Kit also comes with these that we can set in there. Comes with your wrench, so you can tighten it like that. There we go. Went the wrong way. Loose ends left. Like that, take it off. I'll leave that on there for now. Alrighty. Let's go and get these set screws done, and I think we're going to be just fine. Okay, those are all set. Feels good. Maybe a little high, but I'm going to go ahead and get some tension on these. Reset. Yeah, I'm liking it. Liking it. That dog is going to hunt. Okay, last thing. Let's go ahead and open it up, slide that to the one side, and you tighten it up. Take that to the other side. Now that dude is in there. Yeah, I'm liking that. Looking good. Okay, now we got this all set. Next thing we need to do is build the box for underneath. But that's how you set in a router plate, an adjustable one. And I think you're going to enjoy doing it. And it's really a great thing to have at the shop. I'll put a link in the description to everything we use and get everything set up on this. So until next time, get to routering. Routering? Sounds like a good word. I'll see you in the next one.